Hey everyone, welcome to another great workout session with Origin Fitness. I'm Derek and I'm going to be going through the workout with you today. So today we have got a great routine for you. We've got a full body stretching routine. From top to toe, we're going to be stretching. Okay, without further ado, let's get on with the workout. So the first stretch we're going to do is for our neck, for both sides of our neck. So what we do, one hand behind the back and just put it between your shoulder blades, and then we just hold the side of our head and we just pull down gently. Okay, now we're going to hold this for around about 20 seconds. With stretches, we never ever force a stretch, okay? Just a gentle stretch. Okay, and we do this for about 20 seconds. Okay, release gently, we then cross over, we do the other side. Okay, again, nice and gentle so we don't overstretch this, certainly don't force it. Again, we hold this for about 20 seconds. Okay, after we've done the neck, we're now going to go down to the shoulders. Okay, so straight arm in front, diagonally, and just bring that back towards you. Okay, so we're bringing that back towards us. Okay, so we're stretching our shoulder. Okay, the outer edge of our shoulder and the front part of our shoulder. Okay, we hold this again for about 20 seconds and then we release. Okay, gently release and then we do the other side. Okay, so just pulling it across. Okay, so just using the other arm to gently put a bit of pressure on this. But as I say, we don't force any of the stretches. Okay, from this stretch, after holding that for 20 seconds, release. We're now going to stretch deep into the shoulders, so hands together, fingers together, and try and reach the ceiling. And we're trying to hug the side of our head with our inner arms. Okay, so we're stretching up to the ceiling, so we don't crunch our neck and shoulders together. We just keep looking forward and just try to reach our fingers up to the ceiling. Again, we hold that for about 20 seconds. Okay, just release that. From there, hands again together, we're going to stretch our upper back. Okay, so we're going to open our shoulder blades up. So, standing upright, okay, head forward. We just look down to the ground. We're rounding our upper back. And we're just extending our arms forward. Okay, I'll show you this one from the side. Okay, so from there, arms together. We dip our head forward, we're rounding our upper back. And we're just opening up our shoulder blades. Okay, we hold that for about 20 seconds and then we just gently release. After that one, we're now going to do our chest. Okay, so with the chest, you can actually do this if you're holding onto a door frame or a wall, okay? So you're holding your arm against it, giving you a nice stretch across here. Alternatively, if you're in an open space and you haven't got those facilities there, arms back. Okay, so you're flying like Superman, and you're getting a great stretch right across both sides of your chest. So from there, we're now going to go down and we're going to stretch our abs. Okay, so to stretch our abs, okay, so lay flat on the ground. Okay, hips on the ground, and we're just going to raise our body, supporting ourselves with our arms, looking forward. Again, we don't force this into our lower back, it's just for our abs, this one. Just relax, breathing nice and steadily. Okay, the more flexible you become in the muscles, the further range of movement you'll be able to get with the stretch. And we come down. Okay, another great one for our abs. Okay, so we up on our knees with our toes tucked under. So we lean to one side. So we rest this hand on the heel and we're leaning back. Okay, so this is a great stretch, and we come up gently, hand on the other side, and then we lean back again. And this is giving me a really great stretch right down my obliques on this side. Again, we do this for about 20 seconds. Come up nice and gently. You always come out of the stretch slowly. Okay, so from there, we're now going to go into our lower back. Okay, so on this one, so big toes together. Okay, so hands flat on the ground like so, just below the shoulders, big toes together, knees just slightly wider than shoulder width apart, and you sit back down onto your heels. So you're bending from the hip, and you lean forward into this one, again bending from the hip, head down. Your chest or your head may not come this low, it might come lower, okay, but don't force anything. We all become more flexible over time. Okay, so arms are out in front of us. We're actually also getting a stretch in our shoulders when we do this. And then from there, just crawl your fingers slightly further forward to increase that stretch. And again, we hold this for about 20 seconds. So when we come up out of this one, okay, we roll up, so one vertebrae at a time, okay, and our head comes up last. Okay, so after we've done our lower back, we're now going to go into our quads. Okay, so that's our thighs. Okay, so you can use, if you've got a chair to support yourself or a wall, that's absolutely great. Okay, so just with we hold our foot up behind us, okay, and put our knees together, and we're pulling this the heel up towards our bum. Okay, try and keep your knees together. Okay, and this is giving us a great stretch right down the front of our thigh. And then you release that gently, you don't slingshot that. Okay, and then we do the other side. Okay, just holding it gently. Don't, as I say, don't force this. Okay, so we all know our own bodies. Okay, so it's meant to be quite tight when you first stretch. Okay, and it will just gradually ease off, and then you can go slightly deeper into the stretch. And again, you just release that gently. Okay, from there, we're now going to go down and stretch our hip flexors. Okay, so if you work at a desk quite a lot, or you drive quite a lot, okay, you're going to get shortened hip flexors, okay, which can sometimes bring your pelvis out of tilt and sometimes cause you back pain, lower back pain. So we want to stretch this area. Okay, so we're lunging forward. Okay, my hands are just resting on this knee, so there's no weight on that. I'm leaning forward slightly. So this is the area that we're stretching. So our hip flexors. And as you breathe, so on every breath out, you might be able to release and go slightly deeper. So after we've done about 20 seconds on that, we're now going to do our hamstring and our calf on this leg. Okay, so we just roll back into this position. Again, we're bending from the hip and we're leaning towards, leaning over our thigh. Okay, so this foot, okay, so the toes are curling back towards us, really intensifies the stretch on the calf. Okay, and we dig the heel into the ground, and we're trying to pull this heel back towards us. Okay, so we're bringing this hip back, and we're making sure we try and keep this hip forward. Okay, so we're keeping our hips square. Okay, and we keep this stretch again for about 20 seconds. Once we've done that, just roll forward onto your foot. Okay, then we come back and we do the other side. Okay, so we're doing the hip flexor on the other side, remembering not to arch our back. Okay, so lean forward very slightly. There's no weight on these hands. And remember, keep your breathing nice and steady. And just sink into this one. Okay, so nice stretch on the hip flexor. and you'll get quite a nice stretch down your quad as well, your thigh. And then from there we just roll back. Okay, same again as what we did on the other leg. You will probably find there is a difference between the two sides, okay, because most of us do have a very slight imbalance. And it's our lifestyles which create that, whether we drive a lot or sit at a desk a lot. These things are going to have an effect on our muscles. Okay, so remember we're trying to curl these toes back. Try not to pull them back with your hand, okay, because you can overstretch that way. And as I said, we don't want to overstretch anything, we don't want to force anything. So I'm digging this heel into the ground and I'm trying to pull it back. Great stretch down my calf and a great hamstring stretch. Again, we do this for about 20 seconds. And as I say, we bend from the hip on this. Okay, your upper back will round. Okay, that's natural, that's okay. But again, we don't force it. From there, we just roll forward. Okay, and then from there, we've got our final stretch, okay, which is for our calf. Okay, so you can use different things to help stretch our calf. We can use the edge of a curb, okay, you can use a large stone on the beach, that kind of thing. Today I've got a weight quite handy. Okay, so what I'm going to do, okay, I'm just going to lay the weight like down like so. Put my foot on there, the ball of my feet, and just lean into it. Now I'm getting a fantastic stretch right down the back of this calf. Okay, so you just lean into this. Again for about 20 seconds. Then we do the other side. Again, we just lean into it. Okay, so a very slight bend in the knee. Great stretch in the calf. We can also do this one if you're standing by a wall. You can lean against the wall. Okay, lean against the wall, stretch this calf so this leg is straight and you just lean into it. Lower the hips and it increases the stretch on the calf. So there's a top to toe full body stretching routine. The stretching routine can be done daily, okay? Make sure you've warmed up before you do the stretches, okay? Whether you want to do sort of 5 minutes on your cross trainer or 5 minutes jogging on the spot or after a hot shower. Do these stretches, you're going to feel fantastic if you do them on a daily basis. Definitely need to stretch after every single workout you do, okay? It helps flush the muscles of the blood, prevents the blood pooling, and it prevents the pain in the muscles the day or so later. So do these, keep them as part of your routine, okay? You're going to feel amazing when you do that regularly. And guys, take care and have fun. See you soon.